Girls are being forced into puberty at a younger age because you are spanking them.
Oh, I got time tonight. And for the record, I didn't spank my child. I did it once, it didn't work. So I threw it out the window and tried something else. Go watch his video and then come back here. So Dr. Stacy Patton here is the one who says that spanking is what's causing our daughters to go into puberty earlier. Well, that has to do with the endocrine system. So let's see what Miss Stacy is a doctor of, shall we? Bachelor's degree in journalism and earned her PhD in African American history. And spanking has dropped dramatically in the past 30 years. And the age of puberty has also dropped in the past 30 years. Continuing on, I scoured the internet for her research papers. Because I actually pay a subscription to get most of those when they're available. Funny, there are none. What I did find was a book and a lecture with assumed correlations and no viable research. I'm not surprised because you don't go to a dentist for a pap smear now, do you? If spanking was causing earlier puberty, then 50 years ago, girls would be going into puberty at like age 6. And spanking as discipline has dropped dramatically in the past 30 years. And the age of pubescent onset has dropped sooner and sooner in the same time. And now for the actual truth. Precocious puberty is being caused by endocrine disruptors. These are artificial chemicals that are rampant in the American environment because the people in this country don't give a fuck what their government does. As long as you don't have to scrub that stain out or cook that food longer. It's in every herbicide and every fertilizer that's put on your food. Every medicine and growth hormone that's shot into your meat. Every receipt that you handle. Every flame retardant material like the furniture you sit on, the carpet you walk on, and the curtains that are hanging. It's in everything you drink, even the water, even well water because of runoff. It's in every single thing that you eat. And guess what? I have the actual experiments and scientific proof from endocrine scientists.
It's all there, black and white, clear as crystal. You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Facts. Facts.
Everything about me.
Facts. Private jets fly my cars in. Facts.
Okay. I need y'all to listen to the words coming out of my mouth. Because I'm putting it out there, I'm putting it down, but you ain't picking it up. Do you go to a dentist to get a pap smear? Do you go to Literature 101 to learn algebra? Okay, we got that concept down? I always get diarrhea on Wednesdays. I guess Wednesdays cause diarrhea. Now you see how stupid that sounds? Besides all of that, I gave you the fucking proof. The field of psychology is new. Homosexuality was considered a mental illness up until 1973. If you don't have ologist after your name, you do not have the training to do the required testing and experimentation to prove a theory. The reason it is so hard to treat people with psychological problems is because the field is practically brand new. I promise you, I have more knowledge than those two people combined. I promise you. For the love of all that is holy. If you don't understand that an endocrinologist overrules a therapist when it comes to hormonal issues every single time, do not comment on these videos. I don't have time for voluntary stupidity. I'm going to give y'all a visual aid next, you potatoes. Here's a visual aid for the potatoes. If the correlation that spanking causes early pubescence was true, then when spanking went down starting in the 80s, there would be less early pubescence. Okay? The more spanking, the more precocious puberty. But instead, the spanking has went down since the 80s, and early pubescent has increased since the 80s. If you don't get it after this, you need to unfollow me. I can't deal. I can't. Go away. I made it onto an intellectuals page. My life is complete. Gotta calm down. Okay. Hello, Dr. Anna. I responded to your thing. It's 5 videos long after this one. But if I tag your name in every one, then TikTok assumes I'm bullying or harassing, and they won't let the videos play. Anyway, just go to my page and just watch those 5, please. I actually want your input, please.
Nothing. You lose.
So, when somebody tells me that I am, I don't know, condescending or mean or anything like that, I am just going to send them over that way. Because, boy, are you okay?
I'm not even mad at that one. I'm not mad at that one at all. Hello, Dr. Anna. This is the crossover I never saw coming. But the answer to that question is, no, I was being an obnoxious, overbearing asshole. Because I really don't like his condescending. I was just raising the stakes on the attitude. It bugs me that he has that big of a platform and he's on there telling people that spanking is what caused their kids to have early puberty. But now let's go to the next video for the good stuff.
Why are you so upset that contradictory evidence to your established belief exists? Because evidence that supports the idea that stress may in fact trigger early onset of puberty does exist.
So I'm not upset about what you said, okay? What I have a problem with is the blanket statement that he said, and that he's using a blanket statement about spanking to further his personal agenda because he's anti-spank. So as I do on my page a lot, I flip that back on him by using the main cause, not the only cause, but the primary cause, which is the ED disruptors, especially in America. Oh my God. Because people don't understand the damage of blanket statements until you flip it back on them. 1 or 2 more parts. Hold on.
Not in every case of puberty, not all early puberty, but there are idiopathic cases that are now being attributed to specifically stress.
100% agree. The problem here is that is not what these creators use. Instead, they use an article written by someone who is a journalist and has a doctorate in African studies, who has no schooling related to this type of issue, in order to try to prove their agenda against spanking. That is not okay, to manipulate and bullshit scientific evidence to twist it to your agenda. That's how real knowledge gets ruined, because people twist it. I got one more point. I swear that's it, Doc. I mean, of course, it's unethical to use real children in the studies, but we've done the studies on animals. So on animals, there's scientific evidence. But here's the thing. On this app with this younger generation, you are either anti-spank or you're a child abuser. I'm sorry, but there's no black and white in this. The studies that everybody wants to quote in regards to behavioral problems in the future that has to do with spanking, almost none of them differentiate between spanking and beating. You probably already know that. The results from those studies are flawed from the beginning. But these people in here, they don't get that. Shit. Okay, one more part, doctor, I swear. If you beat your child, there's a good chance that that's going to play into their pubescence. If you beat them. The problem here is there's a huge difference between spanking and beating. Spanking is never done out of anger, never excessive, never the first choice, and warnings should precede going that far. And it doesn't work on every child. The first time I spanked my kid, they turned around and laughed at me evilly. So I threw that out of the discipline repertoire because it didn't work. It worked on me, therefore I was very rarely spanked. No, I don't fear my parents at all. I think the problem is that parents don't understand what spanking is. If you're having to spank your kid on a regular basis, it's not working. Stop using that tool. I have so much more to say. Maybe we can have a phone call. A reading of Witchfoot's Hater Comments, Part 1. Sweetheart, he said it's one of the causes, not the only cause. I am so disappointed in you. I promise you will be able to make it another day. Hitting your kid is abuse, full stop. If you wouldn't hit an adult for doing something, you shouldn't hit a child. I will 100% hit an adult. This person is just terrifying. I'm concerned about their kids. It's a valid concern. You should contact CPS immediately. Witchfoot has been harassing one of my friends who is a minor. Witchfoot don't deserve the time of day. I am? You know, that's illegal. You should call the proper authorities and provide them with proof. A reading of Witchfoot's Hater Comments, Part 2. I also believe they've been really anti-Semitic, like speaking over Jews a lot. Yikes. They have already said they were Islamophobic and Christianphobic, so I am sure they're anti-Semitic. You should make a post and warn people. I just want to know why people think that it's okay to attack children. I'm so tired of seeing adult witch talkers do that. When children leave the playground and try to act grown, they get treated grown. Otherwise, stay on the playground. Now grab your binky and be on your way, okay? I was wondering why Witchfoot was on my For You page. I blocked her a long time ago after she said some turfy shit. You sure you blocked me?